Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. Please continue to pray for my art career by singing along with me, gesturing at your screen, and hitting the dislike on this video. Taiwan has some really good pens and markers, and I've been making Mondrian art here. I'm gonna buy a few more pens and markers before I head home to the United States. But I'm thinking about making a small pivot in my art career. You guys remember what I used to love to work with my art. I call it crystalline gold, but it's heavy, and even before the tariffs, it was on the pricey side of things, right? You got to understand when you go to an art show, the art gallery often takes a huge cut to begin with, like 50%. And at the time, crystalline gold was going for $6 a pound, so I have to sell for at least $12 a pound, or probably a lot more than that if I wanted to support myself, right? And it takes a big and not to, the other problem is that it's heavy. So a typical art show, I might have to lug around hundreds of pounds of art. Often the parking isn't very good in the first place, and the logistics of that destroyed me. Oftentimes, I forgot what my main job was. Was it making art, or was it like some kind of construction worker? You carry. You look at a lot of construction jobs. They require you to be able to lift 50 pounds, right? Not 300, right? And so it's really fucking annoying when your job comes with ancillaries that make you wonder, what is my job? Like, for example, I'm a professor at a community college, but oftentimes I feel like I'm a cab driver because the driving to the campus is more work than the lecturing. It really is. It really is. When I was doing tutoring gigs, right, I would have students who were scattered around town. I really forgot what I was doing. Was I tutoring or was I driving? Right, I literally got confused. Leave a comment if your job feels like that, where the ancillary becomes the actual work and the work becomes just a side thought. Really, leave a comment if you've ever felt that way. I guess in a way that's a good sign that you kind of like what you do, right? So it's a mixed bag, right? But I'm hoping to pivot my art career. Obviously, these Mondrian paintings are really good for shows. Like, they're not heavy, and the cost of materials is negligible. Most of it is what your creativity, right? I hope to do some. I hope to work with Napoleon's gold. Uh, I love using nicknames like that. Napoleon's gold, because it's lightweight and very cheap. In fact, pretty much free, because I have a friend who's an alcoholic. He drinks beer and he loves the stuff that comes in Napoleon's gold, right? And then at the college campus, we got a lot of sodaholics who also drink a lot of beverages in Napoleon's gold, right? I can just take that all home and make good art out of it, right? Turn trash into treasure, right? Very lightweight, and because the materials are free, I can be a lot more flexible in what I make. I'm actually thinking that. See, I didn't really strike it big with making art out of bismuth. I mean, the problem with the bismuth art is that each piece we're talking about at least $100, right? And then the art gallery takes a huge cut of it, and then you only sell one like every now and then, right? With Napoleon's gold, I could be constantly making stuff to sell for $2, $3, $4, and if I could sell thousands and thousands of it, that I could make a lot more money than selling a stray piece here or there, right? And so I'm really excited about that, and plus I'm running out of space to just keep hoarding. Bismuth. I really should be diversifying my investments. Earlier this month, I talked about a couple of foreign stocks that I hope to diversify into. Right now, Indonesia is very undervalued, right? Uh, instead of just hoarding metals, I'm thinking of hoarding that. But I have a little bit of a plan. I'm going to make lots and lots of little knickknacks like that, that I can sell for a few bucks here, a few bucks there, and hopefully I sell a lot of them. And I want to use that to fund my Lego project. So I recently put together on Lego Studio a 5,000 piece build of the Mondrian Victory, and I actually want to build that physically. I like the way it looks. Actually, to give you an idea, while I was doing it on the Lego Studio, I made sure to use only pieces that actually exist in terms of color, because not every piece, geometry, and every color combination exists. I guess some of the pieces that I found on Lego Studio, they only exist in very specialized sets. That's why the colors are so unique, right? Lego has been around for about 100 years, so not every permutation of geometry types color comes up, right? Some of them probably only occurred once in the entire series, so that's why they're so expensive, right? But I hope to put that together. If I buy all the pieces directly from Bricklink, I think it was like $6,000. But I'm hopeful that I can find some on my own. But even 6,000, I want to do it. It looks very beautiful and it's a very good conversation piece. And it may even have some investment value, right? After all, some of those Lego pieces are really unique. And if I hit it really big with the Napoleon's gold, I hope to also make some good stuff out of good metals just for myself to keep, right? So I would so much love to make a large Buddha out of gold, or even poor man's gold, kind of like Yamashita's treasure. But all right, please pray that I have some luck with that. I could do Napoleon's Gold's ideal because it's lightweight and it's pretty much free, right? Also possible is bullet gold. I got a friend who works in a gun range, and he can give me a lot of that stuff too. Not as much as the aluminum that I can scavenge, but some. But it's toxic, obviously, and also heavy, right? But it melts at a low melting point. I already have experience working with that kind of temperature. So, and then there's galvanizing gold. Right now, for a few more months, our U.S. dollar is still backed by that stuff. I need to make another big withdrawal at some point. But it's not as pretty, I would say, compared to the Napoleon or the bullet gold, right? And then there's red gold, which our dollar is also backed by for a few more months, right? But high melting point, heavy, right? So Napoleon is still the best compromise, and I can sell a lot of stuff, like a few bucks at a time, right? I can't wait to do that, because most people will spend $5-10 without thinking very much, right? That's the kind of audience I want to hit next. Because I can sell a lot, right? I've noticed at art shows, it's the people who sell things for $2, $3, $4 that really clean out, right? The people who sell stuff for $1,000, they're lucky to make a sell every year, right? And I'm going to use the small stuff to finance the big projects, the big Lego pieces, and eventually the gold Buddha. This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.